we apologize for our slight tardiness and also maybe my frazzled appearance. Who knows? First up for fifth grade choir, we would love to perform for you Gaude Gaudeamus. That's a switch in your program, which translates to being rejoiceful and being glad. So we hope that you see that on our faces, followed by a beautiful English art song, The Sally Garden. So please enjoy fifth grade choir.
Will probably not take a lot of time in between, but yeah, hope you enjoy it. Thank you. titles of the songs in here, so I'm not going to announce them. As you guys can see, these are really pretty short songs. So it all starts pretty slow in the beginning, so because we all have to start in different places. Some of these students have had piano lessons for the last 3 or 4 years. Some of these students play a secondary instrument like violin or viola or cello or something like that. So we have those students that have those music reading skills already, mixed in with students who have 0 music reading skills, at least entering the year. So what we've been working on in all the songs that you heard, in the first semester, you would have heard those played as numbers. So I would have held up fingers like this and gone like 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I would hold up fingers, and those fingers would correspond to different notes. Now we're getting away from that, and we're reading the music. on the page. So this is a very learned skill. If you haven't heard this before, music is another language. It really is. And the only way that you can really learn it is to immerse yourself in it, just like in any other language. So, okay, so for our last song for today, we are going to be playing a very, very, very popular song back in the 1860s called "Oh Susanna." You hear that in the 1860s? So this particular song, just for a piece of sort of useless, fun tidbits of information, Stephen Foster, the composer of this song, was actually the most famous American composer in the mid to late 1800s. And he wrote a number of songs that were bestsellers at the time, including one called "Old Folks at Home," and that's a da 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 da. Anyway, he wrote that song, and that song became the highest-selling piano roll that sold in America during that time. So anyway, that was Stephen Foster. He was a popular composer of the day, and he wrote the song "Oh Susanna." So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for being here.
Pure vowels. There's no other vowels in Latin. You can't combine them, just 5 pure vowels. So that's why all of our foreign language pieces this afternoon for middle school are in Latin. And 6th grade is going to start us out with Laudamus Te, which means we are thankful, showing praise. So again, we hope we show that on our faces. I want to say another thank you to Dr. Brian Dean, who's playing piano for us this afternoon. Our other accompanist was unable to make this rescheduled concert, so he's doing triple duty tonight. We also have our upper school concert right after this, so another thank you to Dr. Dean. Our second piece after Laudamus Te is Spinning Song, which is a folk song from the region of Kashmir. So please enjoy.
we're going to play for you really quickly, something that we work on in class, again, just as kind of a demonstration. It's pretty straightforward. Anybody who has a musical background, you probably learned this scale. It's called the chromatic scale, and it includes all 12 possible notes that the students can play. As a pianist, I grew up playing the white keys and the black keys, so I've never understood why some instrumentalists don't learn the notes on their instruments, but some of them don't. So we're going to tackle that. We're going to learn all of our notes. So you can clap after this if you want to, but we're going to play our little warm-up for you. The first piece we're going to be playing for you today is entitled Breakthrough. This is the 6th grade band's second extended work that they played. So typically the way that beginning band curriculum works is most students today learn out of a book, and we learn lots and lots and lots and lots of short songs. So songs that are 10 to 30 seconds long, so not very long. And then in the 6th grade, once they've had some time to absorb those shorter songs and absorb the skills that they're learning from those shorter songs, we branch out and we start doing extended work. So we did our first extended work in the fall, and today we're doing 2 longer works for you. So hope you enjoy. This is Breakthrough. Thank you. And for our second and final piece, we're going to be playing a song Actually, I wrote after a really fun rehearsal that we had. This group likes to have fun in rehearsal. They're a really good group. They're really fun to work with. Really nice kids to work with. And this song came about just from, I don't know, they had a really good rehearsal and it kind of inspired me. But I'm also a jazz musician, and this is kind of a little bit of a bridge between jazz and concert band music. It's not too much of a stretch, but at any rate, the other thing too is I wanted to introduce you to Paige. And Paige did not know I was going to introduce her, but I just wanted to introduce her because she's playing drum set for her first time for this concert. So give her a hand. And we're actually going to hear Paige start the song, okay? So this is some fun, and I hope you have fun. Thank you.
Our first piece from 7th to 8th grade is Benedictus, again, another Latin text. This expresses thankfulness and blessings, which we discussed in class, followed by a very fun Irish folk song. And Benedictus is also our first three-part piece this semester, so students have been really working hard on that harmony. So please enjoy Benedictus, followed by Bandurer.
just about ready here. This is our last group for the afternoon. We told you we would keep this short and sweet, right? So this is the 7th and 8th grade band. And actually, this group of students have all been playing together have been playing their instruments the same amount of time, because this class has the first class that students took band in 5th grade. But before that, students took band starting in 6th grade. So this ensemble they have the same experience together as the 7th and 8th grade band. We're going to play a couple of pieces for you. And the first piece, you can use your imagination if you want to. I always think that music should tell a story, and this song has a story to tell. So if you like The Walking Dead or any of that stuff, you can imagine whatever you want. But this is a song called Zombie Attack, and they really like this a lot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So this is our final piece for the afternoon. I'm sure you all know it. If you don't know the story about the Kingsmen, it's actually pretty interesting. The Kingsmen are the group that performed this song, Louie Louie, and they made it famous. They're from the Pacific Northwest, so if you didn't know that. Little tidbit of information. Okay, so before we play our final piece, I just wanted to make a sort of announcement. Starting in 6th and 7th and 8th grade, students have an opportunity to participate in something called state, solo, and ensemble. And in state solo and ensemble, basically what they do is outside of class, they learn a piece of music. They may have an accompanist like me or somebody else that plays for them, and then they go and play in front of a judge. And that judge gives them a rating, okay? We had 2 students participate in this ensemble in the state solo and ensemble competition this year. We had Maya Mazer, and we had Levi Sheldon. And I would love to just say that they participated, because I think that that's great that they participated, but I love even more to say that they each received the highest rating, a superior rating. So, I said the wrong name. I'm so sorry. I said Levi Shelton. I'm sorry, I meant Brandon Lopez. I'm sorry. I was looking at Levi as I was saying this, so, okay, I'm sorry about that. So our final piece this evening is going to be Louie Louie. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great evening.